Hey all, it's Lance from JR Jeep again. Just chiming in on this lovely day. In my neck of the woods, it's in the 70s. I am about getting ready to make dinner. So as I fired up the grill, and something that I'm really happy with is going back to charcoal grilling. It's fantastic. If you want to see more of me cooking on a charcoal grill and sharing recipes in relation to that, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to do that. Today's topic, because I'm getting off a track here, today's topic is talking about GCRM radios. So in the past, you've maybe seen a video of me installing one in dangerous type. It's the MX275 by Midland with the remote mic capability, all the controls on the mic. I really love that radio. It's worked really well. But just being out and about recently and on a couple crawls, I thought, yeah, is there the aspect that you maybe should have a remote radio available with you on the road? And the answer to that is yes. Definitely a yes. I see so many purposes for that, and I want to go through them with you and some bullet points I came up with in regards to this. So let's get right into it. So let's talk about the radios I just picked up for being on the go. So Midland had a deal. I will share the link with this online through my Amazon store. I get a small percentage off the Amazon store. I don't get a lot. If you choose to buy it there through me, thank you. I really appreciate it. If not, I totally understand. Go buy it where you feel the most comfortable. But I do appreciate the help if you happen to do that. So this is the Midland two-way radio GXT Pro Series. 50 channels, 147 privacy channels, no weather alert radio group call. It has up to a 36-mile range, it says. Now, I can't prove that off the top of my head. I will say I've used it on the road recently, just trying it instead of my mounted radio in the Jeep. And I have gotten probably 10 miles out of it. So I think that's pretty impressive, considering this was basically on a group convoy going from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and we were going down to a Jeep meet at a Cinco de Mayo event down in Rockford, Illinois. And a few times we did get people hung up, and so this was a way for us to communicate, which is a good aspect about these radios, especially if you're not at cell range. You know, these can work in relation to that. So, what does this kit include? It does include two radios, two handsets like this. It does include the charger for both handsets, which actually includes a plug-in for a cigarette lighter. Although it is adaptable, you can make this for home use as well, which is what I'm going to do. And it does include two earpieces as well for the various radios. I think that is very handy. So, now that I showed you this radio, and again, I will share the link with it for you, let's talk about why you should have this, because I think that's a key context in what I want to discuss today. So pardon me, I do have this written down. Why my brain is pretty good. Sometimes there can be discrepancies in relation to that, so that's why I have my notes. So, here are some reasons why you should have both a vehicle mounted and portable GMRS radio in your Jeep. Versatility. Having both types of radios ensures you have communication options for different situations. The vehicle mounted radio provides a stable, powerful connection while you're driving, while the portable radio allows for mobility and communication when you're outside the vehicle. When would this happen? Well, such instances as I just ran into at Tigard and OHV Park in relation to people spotting others on the trail. I mean, you can't really see that much in front of your Jeep on some of the obstacles on the trail. Yes, they try to direct you through hand motions and that. If you can hear them through the window, great, so be it. But it's a lot easier if they have a radio to guide you along with that. And I saw and heard instances where that worked really well, where it would have been difficult otherwise. So that's number one. Range. Vehicle mounted radios typically offer a greater power output compared to portable units, which means they can reach further distances. This is especially useful in remote areas where you might need a reliable signal. Where might this happen? Well, in the North Woods. We all know that in areas of, at least in my area, in northern Wisconsin, you may not get the best cell coverage. I mean, cell coverage is along the freeway corridors and stuff like that by all the major carriers, but once you start getting off-road, it can be iffy. I will say, from personal experience, at least what I've experienced, carriers like Verizon maybe have a little bit more signal out there in the rural areas. That's not to say you're going to be able to download much data, but you do have voice ability. Just something I'm sharing. 3, emergency situations. We don't want to deal with these, but they can come up. So why would this be important? In the event of an emergency, having both a mobile and portable option ensures that you are never without a means to communicate. If you need to leave your vehicle, you can take the portable radio with you. Very important. So say I get stranded in dangerous type out on the road, flat tire, engine's not working, what have you, and I have to travel back the path I'm going. I don't have a cell service. I'm hoping maybe there's others in the area, but at least if I can get in the range of a radio of somebody else, I can let them know where I'm at and what I'm doing in context to trying to get help. 4, group communication. This is what I touched on earlier. If you're off-roading or camping with friends, a portable GMRS radio will allow you to stay in touch with exploring different trails or areas, all while your vehicle-mounted radio remains operational to communicate with others in your party who stay in their vehicles. Case in point, like I just said, spotting on, the trails when you're overlanding. It's a great way to be able to communicate and they can hear each other clearly. This isn't like the CB radios I grew up in the past with the 70s. I mean, they're actually very clear. You can hear people really well. You have a really finely tuned CB radio back in the heyday, RF gain, all that, specialized antenna, and I did some of that, and even then, it was iffy. It was not Smokey and the Bandit clear. Let's just put it that way. And if you don't know what Smokey the Bandit movie is, I suggest you watch it. You'll get at least a grin out of it. Number 5, availability of power. When using your portable radio, you can maintain communication even if your vehicle dies. Yeah, this is important. This is what we talked about in relation to something that happened to the vehicle. If you have to leave the vehicle for any reason, this redundancy can be crucial in a remote or challenging environments. And many of us know that when we off-road, we're not in necessarily the most convenient locations for something to get taken care of. We may be way off-road, we may be in an area that's very difficult to access, may only be with other 4x4s that can do that. So this is very important to that. 6, ease of use. Vehicle-mounted radios come with larger buttons and screen, making them easier to operate when on rough terrain, hunting, or in the case of unexpected events like getting lost or needing help. Very true. 8, improved signal location. A vehicle-mounted radio can act as a base station for your portable unit, enhancing overall signal strength and clarity in areas with challenging radio coverage. This is true. You can do repeater setups. A lot of radios can do that. So that's a really cool way to boost your signal to get out there further, to be able to reach people. If you don't know what your radio is able to do, look at the directions, look online, look at other YouTube stations. There's a lot of people that talk about this. It's a great way to be able to utilize those radios. 9, cost-effective communications. GRMS radios are licensed for short-range communication. It allows you to connect with others without relying on cell service. This can save you money if you frequently go off-road, which is a case in point I made before. If we are traveling off-road, a lot of times cell coverage is going to be iffy at the best. You may not get the best coverage. A lot of things we can work around in relation to like mapping and that. If you use software like Onyx Off-Road, for instance, Gaia, there's a number of others down there. You can download maps. And even on your tablet, your phone, if you have GPS connection via satellite, you can still track where you are. So that's a good aspect in relation to that. But you wouldn't be able to communicate with anybody, which may be difficult, you know, in the situations you're in. So that's why the radio is important. Lastly, number 10, whether you're on an off-road trip, whether you're on a road trip or off-road adventure, or just running errands, having both options ensures you're prepared for any communication needs that arise. Yeah, I would say that's very true. Many of us, including myself, try to prepare for all those provisions that can happen when we're in a field. Prior to a jeeping, I was a big muskie fisherman. I would travel all over Canada, other places, going muskie fishing as much as possible. Having experienced some of those issues, or having other people experience some of those issues that can crop up when you're towing a trailer, when you have a boat, you're fishing remotely, I would try to plan on those. I carried those. I had a kit bag always in my boat for certain aspects. This is sort of that same thing. We try to prior plan in relation to issues that can come up. And a radio is a redundancy that can help us in terms of if we have issues in the field, getting home safe. That's the most important aspect of this, is we all want to get home safe. We want to be safe. We want to make sure our loved ones or others know where we're at, that nobody is having an issue with that. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel. My goal overall is to help inform everybody that is watching, but my personal goal is to hope to get my channel up to 500 subscribers, hopefully 1,000 by the end of the year. And I appreciate you all for subscribing, and I want to give you content that's worth your time and viewing the channel. So if you feel that was worth it, please consider that subscription. It really helps me. And if you want to look on my other sites, of course, we have JR Jeep, my website, the YouTube channel here, and I am on Instagram. So I look forward to seeing you wherever you're at and communicating. And until next time, have a great day. Hope to see you on the trails, and take care.